Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm gonna talk about basic living expenses and how stuff really isn't as expensive as you think it is. So, say you make a average household income of $70,000. Okay, you could be a single person making that much, or you could have husband and wife each working, one making 40,000, one making 30,000, which is very possible in today's market. So if you take that per month, that's roughly it's a little less than 6,000 per month, but we'll say, okay, after taxes, say probably 5,000 a month you'll bring home. Okay, so the problem is when people try to live in a more expensive area than they can afford to live. So if you make $70,000, you're probably not gonna be living in California. You just put that off the table. But say you want to live somewhere, in the Midwest. Houses are very affordable. So say you want to save up for a down payment on a house. Say your rent is $1,000 per month. Say you don't have a house yet. Rent's $1,000 per month. Okay. That leaves, you're gonna have all your other living expenses, food. We can say, just estimate 500 per month. You could do, I'm gonna assume you don't have a car loan. So you do car insurance, maybe 2 cars, say about, say, $250 per month. And so that puts you at, with those, $1,750. Okay, that's not everything though. You have internet. My mind's going blank right now, but unless you have a massive amount of debt, thousands in student loans or something like that, you don't have a ton more expenses. I mean, you could come up with maybe 1,000 more based on, like, fun. We could say eating out, fun money. You could say maybe 500. These are just estimates. I'm not writing it down based on my situation or anyone specific. And maybe $500 worth of, electric bills. I don't even know what else. Gas. I mean, you can even put it another $1,000, like, we'll just say 750, just to be conservative. Okay, that's $1,250 plus $1,750, you're looking at $3,000. Okay, and your take home's $5,000. So let's just say those are your numbers. Okay, say you want to buy a $100,000 house. To get a down payment of 20%, you need $20,000. So, well, before you buy a house, you want to have an emergency fund. So, say your emergency fund needs to be $10,000. So, let's write that down. To get to $10,000, 5 months of savings. Okay, you have your $10,000 saved up in your bank account. Okay, we can say you're buying a starter house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's just say $150,000. So 20% of that'd be $150,000 mortgage. 20% equals $30,000. $2,000 a month, $30,000. That'd be 15 months. Okay, so say you live by this plan. This is your money you make. This is how much margin you have each month. At this rate, it would take you 15 months to save for a down payment on a house. And that would leave you with, what, $120,000 mortgage. And depending on your interest rate, that probably will only come out to $1,000 a month. So that's the same as rent. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you live within your means and if you're able to write down all your numbers and you make a somewhat average income, it's really not that hard to be able to put yourself in a better situation. And I see a lot of people on YouTube saying, everything costs too much, it's impossible. No, you spend too much. That's really the issue. So I just wanted to lay out, just some numbers. I mean, your numbers could be different. You could have a lot of debt. This is assuming someone doesn't have any debt. If you are in debt, you need to get out of debt before you start saving for a house or anything like that. But it's just some numbers to think about. Yeah, that's it for today.